episode of Tiffany Unpacks in Oregon. I need a haircut. In today's episode, we're gonna open box of games number 10. Let's do this. Okay. Boosh. Oh yes. Okay, so there's like no filler in this box at all. So this is gonna be a quick video. First off, we have, ooh, why aren't you closing right? Aha! Your tray has just seen way better days. Oh my goodness. I think this tray is done for. So this is Renee Kinzia's Ingenious, which is the first game of his I ever bought. I really like this game. So Ingenious is a game for 1 to 4 players where you have these tiles which have two color shapes on them. The shapes and colors, like every star is blue, so it's for colorblind and also for you can use color as another denoter. But you on your turn place a tile and you place it to make runs of a specific color and or shape, and you get points for that. Very similar to Quirkle, but instead of doing sets, you're doing just all the same shape. So it's really interesting because the board is constricted in size, and so your placement gets really tight and interesting. It's very brainy. The other really awesome thing about this game is the winner is not, you don't score your highest color, you score your lowest color. So the winner is whoever has the highest, lowest color. So if my red is, I only have like 10 points in red, right? It doesn't matter how many points I have in any other colors. If red is my lowest, I only have 10 points at the end of the game. So it's a really interesting one because you have to really balance all of your colors all at once, which is this is the first game I ever played like that. I think this game came out in 2007? This copy is the 2007 copy, but it won the Spiel des Jahres in 2004. If you haven't played Ingenious, there is straight up no theme. I actually introduced this to my family and we play this quite a bit. This is kind of weird. I have a family member, it's my grandfather, who if the theme, like he can't suspend disbelief when he plays games. I think he just does this to be honorary. But he will play this game because there's no theme. But if the game has theme and like I try and tell a story of like, in this game you're a farmer doing this and this, he's just like, why would I do that? Farmers don't do that. So this is a good game. If you want something really brainy, really interesting tile placement game that, you know, you don't really have to worry about theme because there's no purpose to have theme. It also needs a new insert. Let's see, next up we have Star Trek Catan. I really like Star Trek, and I really like Star Trek Catan because Catan itself I found really interesting. I was really into Catan before I found other games. But Star Trek Catan I still like because Star Trek Catan you have character cards and you can use the abilities on character cards to counter the horribleness of Catan, which is the dice, right? So in Catan, if nobody rolls wood for however many rolls, or not wood, but if no wood is coming up because none of the tiles that have wood on them is being rolled, you can use the character cards in Star Trek Catan to kind of counter that. So other than that, it basically plays the same. It's been rethemed to be Star Trek-y. Instead of roads, you have enterprises, and then you have like starports instead of cities. Yeah, just all themed stuff. And then in the same universe, we have Catan Histories by Klaus Teuber. So in this one, the map is already made for you. It's the US, but it is Settlers of Catan with trains, because you are building train tracks from the East Coast to the West Coast to expand to build cities out here. And the really cool thing is when you build on some of these cities that have question marks, you get to take the numbers from the East Coast and you move them to the West Coast. So eventually, throughout the entirety of the game, everybody's moving this way, and so you just stop getting resources on the East Coast as much, and everything is, you have to move to the West Coast if you want to keep up and get resources. So it's an interesting twist on the history of the migration of people heading west in the 19th century in America, and yeah, otherwise it has a lot of similarities to Settlers of Catan. Out of Settlers of Catan, no more talking about that. We have Incredible Expeditions, The Quest for Atlantis. This is designed by Liz Spain, and the print on this is very dark. A lot of the art is not like dark content wise, but like it's dark as in like it's the saturation is dark. But the quality components on this game are really well. This is Liz Spain's first game. She's self-published, and she's very large into the steampunk community, and so actually all of the pictures in this game on the cards, because it's a deck builder where you have this airship and you're trying to pilot to find the lost city Atlantis, and you're going together. Everybody is piloting a competing airship, and you use a deck building mechanic to handle your crew and stuff. But all of the pictures in the game are her friends wearing their steampunk costumes at a steampunk convention. They like put an ad for people that wanted to be in the thing. So it's super awesome because the art is like genuine. The minifigs are really interesting. I will say it's high quality stuff, but it's also there are some places where like stuff could have been handled better. For instance, the dice is there was a mold or a 3D printed mold, and then it's like very intricate designs and stuff, but the coloration was very not easy to tell. The numbers are not super bold, so what I ended up doing was I ended up doing a dry brushing to make the dice, the vines and stuff pop on the dice, and then I went back with a bright gold to do the numbers to make the dice just more readable. So there's like little touches that I feel could be done to make this game component-wise go to 12. I haven't played this since I previewed it at PAX years and years ago, and I actually have a video on my channel if you want to learn more where I do a demo playthrough where we were gonna play like a mini game, but we ended up playing a full round. But you can play solo, competitive, or cooperative. It's 1 to 5 players, ages 13 and up, 30 minutes a player. Check out the video by clicking the box or link down in the doobly-doo. Alright, last in this box we have Hayashi, I think I may have butchered that, Trains. So Trains is a deck builder with a map where you are building train routes across the Japanese country, and yeah, your deck is basically made up of your train stations, personnel, mix of like train types and stuff, and you use those to buy basically to put cubes, which represent you putting train tracks across the countryside to get points. So yeah, Trains. I like Trains. It's the only version of Trains I have. I don't have Rising Sun, but it's mostly because I have so many other deck builders. I just feel weird getting the expansion for it. So if I play it to death and both sides to death, I will get the expansion. But that's it for this game box. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was a quicker one, I hope. I talked a lot about some of these games. But yeah, there you go. I hope you join me for tomorrow's episode where I open another box. Oh my goodness. It's like that's all I do anymore. If you are curious, yes, at the end of this series, I will have regularly scheduled content, including cons. I am going to a lot of cons this summer, and I mean like a lot of cons. Steve and I were trying to plan our calendars, and I am home. I am gone basically every 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm like unpacking my games and setting up my game collection, and then I'm just immediately gonna leave town. So, woohoo! See ya!